Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your all every time. And
when you're young and you get in the old man super stock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Nanny. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?
Hey everyone, welcome along to your Wednesday show. Well, it's in the garage actually. Kinser and Booker here on your Wednesday, and Booker's actually joined me. We're doing something different. We're experimenting, if I could use that word, and giving everything a go, because everyone is aware that Booker's got a bit of a camper. He's traveling around. If you follow him on the social media platform, you'll get all jealous because he's been putting up nice photos of the beautiful sunrise in the mornings. He's beachside when he gets there, himself and his dog Lexi. As you can see, he's in the camper. I'm sitting in the shed. Hey Booker, how are you, mate?
Oh, I'm doing good, mate. I'm hoping everything runs smoothly tonight, and I'm watching all my figures and facts and everything all very carefully. And I see there's a few joined in tonight. We got Euan there in the background. He's going to join us shortly. We're still waiting on old Peter Rees. He normally turns up on time, but he could turn up at any stage. We haven't seen him yet, so whether he's got problems or something's happening there at the shed. But I'm sure he'll turn up. But unfortunately, Todd Hemingway has had a problem at work and is stuck at work. So we're going to miss talking to him as well tonight. So it's been a bit of a last-minute cancellations there. But that's all good. We got you in. We're going to talk everything to do with Asher and other things as well, Kins. But, hey, mate, Speedway Awards this week, or last weekend as well. A few well-deserved recipients of some awards there.
Yeah, 100%, mate. You know, every single person who's worked alongside in a voluntary role at every single speedway track up and down New Zealand deserve to be recognised. But obviously, some get nominated into the Speedway Awards, and Christchurch turned on a fitting fixture. Obviously, everyone dressed up, most of them, not all of them. Some of them wore their number ones and got down with the night down there in Christchurch. And you know, some worthy recipients, obviously, but to everyone who was nominated into the finals, you know, well done to all of you. You deserve to be there, and the people get behind it as well. But to all the winners, big accolades go to you. Some grabbed a couple of trophies, some won awards of all ages, some recognised for their work they've done with Speedway over the many decades, you know. So overall, it was a well-received night. And congratulations to each and one of you. Well deserved. And I hope you've been celebrating since Saturday. Well worth it.
Yeah, and on that too, Kins, like I've been doing a bit of thinking around all this and the awards and things like that, you know, like, I mean, I know we're only new to things, but we seem to start bringing we seem to be doing things that no one else does, I think, in our first year and a bit of our media show. And there's a few I think that should have got awards that didn't, and I couldn't understand why and stuff like that, and it's decided by a committee of people, I suppose, that everybody puts their nominations in, and I think it's decided like that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone told me that's how it is. But I was thinking, mate, that maybe for the next season, and I've already started talking to some people about this, I'm thinking about getting different sponsors on board. Doing let's do a Fans' Choice Awards. Because they do Fans' Choice Awards. Like, the fans get to put people through, but the fans don't get the final vote on these awards. They're voted on by the powers that be, I suppose. I don't know. But I'm thinking, if we can get, over the season, get different people on board, maybe we can do a Fans' Choice Awards, put up some categories that people can sponsor, and let the fans vote for those categories and those people, and then we can tally the votes, and they get the prize, So, mate, we'll call it the Kokpit Fans' Choice Awards, maybe. Maybe we should look at doing that for the end of next season, mate. What do you reckon? What do the people out there reckon? Would they enjoy a Fans' Choice Awards if we got people on board to put up sponsorship for awards and do a Fans' Choice, mate?
Well, there are a lot of awards already that currently exist where they have the People's Choice Awards. You've got the New Zealand Music, the Vodafone Awards, that's one of them. The Film Awards, it's not a new thing. It's been
Disney?
around for some time. And you're right, yeah, they all do it. They all do it. They all get the people involved, because without the people, without the punters, anyone that's involved is a spectator, in our case, watching motorsports, or anyone who's a viewer watching any TV show or listening to any music, a listener, they're all involved. So, it'd be something well worth looking into, mate. And I really like to applaud that and bring that on. So, bring it on, I reckon.
I reckon too, mate. I think we might have to look at that. I think I might, as the season goes on, I might talk to people throughout the season, and then we can have people put their votes up for what, and have people allocated and do prizes and do a fans choice awards. I think that'd be cool. And maybe even arrange at the end of it somewhere where the fans come to the night with the drivers and award it, not just the heads and all the powers that be, but maybe all the fans and the drivers together come together for maybe a club somewhere around the country, or a Speedway Garage might be interested in hosting our Fans' Choice Awards at the end of next season, mate. You never know, but I'm going to, if people out there, let us know what you think, and if you think it's a good idea and you'd like to be involved, then I will push the go button on this, and we will talk to some people, or I will, or Kins will, and we will make a Fans' Choice Awards and make a venue or something as well. And I think it'll be awesome to get the public involved, the race fans involved. They're the ones that turn up to Speedway. They're the ones that go there and pay the dollars to get in the gates. They do, let's involve them, Kins.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, I like what you're saying. Just want to go back to last Sunday. Obviously, everyone heard Booker call in the commentary with our race. It was a big night for the North Island Championship. And as Booker said, unfortunately, we're not going to have the winner, Todd Hemingway. He's busy with work at the moment. But congrats to the man himself, Dirt NZ, Steve Emmett, came home third. Second, KJ. Up the wires, as he would say. James Freeman coming home second, and the winner, our real-life driver in the 99M, Todd Hemingway, taking the online series thanks to Capital RC for the sponsorship as well. In the Auckland Champs on the podium, Steve Emmett got another third. Got there. Evan Tyro, ET, got second. And, of course...
the grey-haired devil got first. Woohoo! 10M in his new Rees car. He smoked it, Smoked that Auckland Champs. You had that package, mate? You had the Hartley Rees package. You were gone, burger.
I was gone. I was away. So
Giving it to Hoot Nanny.
I just wanted to get it out there.
I was watching the comments when I was commentating, mate, and I tell you what, you were definitely the fans' choice.
Oh, it was fun, mate. It was fun.
It was awesome. I was cheering and carrying on, getting excited. I love it, mate. It was awesome. Well, I suppose...
So how's camper life been treating you, mate? Because Lexi's sitting next to you.
She is, my little puppy sitting here. She's snoring away. You could probably hear her snoring. She gets carried away. But yeah, tonight it's working good, and I'm watching the figures and everything in front of me, and it appears to be working fine. So if you're out there in Facebook land, people, and you're watching this show, us know how the stream is, if it's clear enough for you, what's going on, because your feedback is what we need to advance everything. You know, without your feedback, if I think it's all good and it's not, well, I won't try and remedy it for you. And we're all about making it better for you out there. And if you're not happy, then we're not happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey.
All right. Without any further ado, we better bring on our guest who's joined us nice and early. We've been having a bit of a chat as well. Euan Means.
Yep.
Everyone's
I see Pete's in the background too, so I'll bring him after we've spoken with you in there.
Yeah. Everyone's been talking about helping Asher out in the Briscoe World Final fundraiser. Euan's with us. Hey, Euan, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good.
Went up yesterday. A few people started sharing it around and went viral for a little bit there. It's all about helping 1NZ Asher Rees get to the World Stock Car Finals, mate.
Yeah, I think it is really important to make sure that not only does he obviously go over and represent us well, that he can get himself a decent ride and have what he needs in terms of tyres and whatnot. So obviously it's funding. It really does help to get these things happening. We know how good he is. He's got to make sure that he gets himself a decent car and has everything he needs while he's over there. So what we're doing online is probably a fraction of the cost. We'll be doing quite a few things. We've obviously got a big fundraiser on the 12th of August at Speedway Garage here in Palmy. We'll be doing all sorts of silly things and to help raise some money. We've got some good auction prizes and super stock rides and all sorts of stuff happening there, but we can talk about that later on. But at the moment, the Give a Little page is up on most people's pages. It's been shared around quite a bit. So the important thing there, I think, too, is just it's no donation is too small. So if you've only got a couple of bucks, $3, $5, whatever it is, slam it in there and make sure you put a message out to Asher. And I think if we can get the country, we know he's a big fan base, but if we can get everyone behind him, he thrives on that. He lives for his fans, and I think we'll see a pretty good result from him.
That's awesome, mate. And just so you know out there, people, myself and Kinser are going to be going live on that date at the Speedway Garage for that fun. I suppose we're talking earlier, Ewan. We're gonna we call it the Asher Telethon or something like that, I suppose. But we will be down there live, and you can bid and join in live on the day if you can't make it to Speedway Garage through our Kokpit Media Facebook. We'll be all good to go.
Yep, and Asher will be there signing away and doing those things. We're starting it pretty early in the piece just to allow people to bring their kids down, and there'll be the ice creams and bits and pieces happening. It'll be a bit of a celebration day as well. So hopefully we're done the hard yards through with the Get a Little page by the time we hit that day, because it'll cost us a bit of coin to put that on as well. But I feel like the fans need a bit of payback too. He's pretty private in terms of what he's up to. You guys know what it's like to try and get him on and get him talking. He's a pretty humble sort of a joker as well. But he really does give some time to the fans, so he'll be there, and it should be a good day. Yeah, and obviously we've got from our little club, the club are getting behind it and giving us a hand too. We've got Mitch going over again. He had big success last year, so we're got a raffle going around at the moment, which will obviously it's a King's raffle, but those boys will get some coin out of that as well, which will definitely help. You'll see that money sort of line into Asher's Give a Little, which will push that total up a bit shortly. So, but yeah, it should be good. And I think this year, I think Bex is going and whatnot, but we've got a pretty good bunch of guys going over, and we should have a pretty good chance. I know Mitch has got it sorted. He's been there and done it before. He knows how to get the good ride, if you know what I mean, in terms of the car and stuff like that. And he's got a bit of experience and setup and knows what to expect. With him and Asher together, it'll be interesting.
He's got a good car too, Aikens. Like we were talking to Charlie Swarter the other week on the show, and they've got a really good car in there for Mitch because of what he supplied them. So
yeah, and they get good cars, when they come over here. That's the thing. So and you can see how well Frankie's done over the years. He's had some hot rods. So we've just got to make sure when our guys go over there, they're getting the same sort of thing. It's probably something that we need to sort of, as a super stock class, maybe get behind and have a couple of cars over there. The investment in their cars is a whole lot less than what we invest in ours in terms of the cost. So it's not unsurmountable to think that we could have a couple of cars sitting there each season, and maybe send a few drivers through the season. Not just to the final. You could send a couple at the start or whatever, just to get a bit of a feel for what goes on. And yeah.
No, totally agree. Everything we need to do for this young man, what he achieved at Huntley earlier this year, obviously the back-to-back side of things, and to get himself on there with many others in the super stocks. Not many have done the back-to-back, so he's very talented. We know that. We know he's in your Kings team as well, and we're going to have Dad, Pete, join us not too far away. But, when you think about this and what he can do, potentially you're right. If he gets the right car, the right equipment, who knows what he could achieve for New Zealand over there. Like Booker said, we had Charlie online with us a couple of weeks back, and Charlie unveiled his new car, wonderful looking car with the number 5 on there. And yeah, I've been watching a fair bit of that racing over there, mate, online, and she's pretty full on, but we know Asher can do it. If there's someone that can do it, he can do it, and Mitch will be there to help him out, eh?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt in my mind that it's hard to say that he's going to go and win 3 New Zealand championships, and be the first one to do it. But I wouldn't be surprised, that in this sport anything can happen. You bloody, flat tires and whatever else can stop you from doing it. But there's no doubt in my mind that he will win, definitely more than 2 New Zealand titles. He just seems to have that. I don't know. He's on his own, and it's my opinion. People hate hearing me talk about it, but it's. I put a fair bit of time into it. I wouldn't put a fair bit of time into it if I didn't really believe in him and what he's up to. So.
Hey, just you, and I don't know if you can help me out here. Henry Ford's asking, when is the champs over there? Have you got any dates? Like, as an example, to give a little page, how long does that go for?
So, give a little page, and I'm going off memory here, but
yeah.
It's the week of the September the 8th to 10th, I think, is the world final. So I think August, it's around about end of August, mid to end August, the Give a Little Page finishes. Okay. And so we understand that there'll be, he'll be over there when that money's released, if you know what I mean. I think from Give a Little, he'll get all July's money in August. So that's what I'm really trying to push it this month to get sort of at least halfway there. And then the rest of it, he'll get out in September when he's there. Which will definitely work. And obviously airfares and all that done now. So that's September. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's somewhere like the 8th or the 10th is the racing. And he'll head over. I don't think he might have one race before he does the world final. 1 or 2. It's not a lot. Whereas I think Mitch is over there for about 5 weeks from memory. So
I think maybe a chat with Mike Mack. Mike Mack and his family currently touring around the UK circuit over there watching some of the cars. I know they've been to, I think, an Iron Maiden concert, seeing his Facebook page. So Mike Mack's been watching a fair bit of UK racing at the moment, but enjoying himself. But just loving, I think he was even at Silverstone watching their fun and everything. But you have a word with him, he'll give you a bit of insight what's currently happening right now as we speak. But, like people have said already in the comments here, Euan, it's great what you're doing. So many people just giving you so much good feedback. Bloody legend, what you're doing, mate. We just need more of the say. It's bloody awesome, mate.
Yeah, we've got a few interesting things happening this year too. Like we mentioned over in Wanganui, we're doing a teams race versus the Warriors. We've got to pick a date for that, but that'll be the Once for Warriors. So you have to be a previous Warrior, not a current Warrior. I think that's created quite a bit of a groundswell and interest over there as well, which we're looking forward to sort of promoting that and getting that together. As far as our boys, I mean, I feel like Kiki's our club. Obviously Ash is an amazing talent, so is Mitch. So all those boys pretty much, if they want to have a go, they get the same sort of treatment. We just get them behind each other and make it happen. The club's been really good. Felt a bit sorry at the awards for Daniel Thomas. He wins 1 NZ in the sprint car. If you won 1 NZ in a sprint car at any other club at any other time, you'd get competitor of the year, wouldn't you? You're at a little wee club like Kiki and you get picked by somebody, super stock driver who's just done 2 1NZs in a row. It's unheard of. But the success coming out of that club and the support for each other is pretty cool. So it makes it easy to do, what I get up to. Yeah, that's good.
You made mention briefly of the Warriors. Looking forward to that. Hopefully, maybe in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the opening season down in Wanganui, we'll get that race coming in somewhere along there.
Yep, that's what we're hitting for. I mean, it was mentioned in the pub over there. With me and Cameron Jurgens were talking about it, and I just happened to say to him, like, the current Warriors setup is real strong and it's getting better and better. We try and support that as much as we can. They've got some really good drivers coming to the club this year. I think a lot of people will be surprised when they see what the Warriors have got on offer for next year. So, and I look at that team, and if they're not a sort of a top 6 team in the country every time, I'd be really disappointed. If they're not a top 4 team, I'd be surprised. That they'll be pretty good. However, it was after a few beers, as we do, the challenge was set, and I turned around to Jurgens and I said, I reckon I could get a once for Warriors team that would be competitive. And it wasn't about, it's not about the winning and losing. It's really hard for these teams to get these teams races before the events.
Yeah.
I know for the Kings, I try every year, and we're lucky if we get one. It's just timing. Last year was just terrible because everything got rained off, so it was hard to set it up. But even in previous years, it's a real hard ask to get some guys together and at the right time to have teams race. So I figured Wanganui, they can do their own one internally. So Speedway Garage again will be in behind that Once Warriors team. The designs are all done. We've got our old boys with their Zimmer frames coming out of the woodwork, ready to go against those young fellas, and we'll see how it goes. But it will be good fun.
I just quickly,
Okay.
sorry, I just I saw everyone saying that your voices were a bit lower, so I've made some adjustments. So people just let me know if you can hear Kins and Euan a bit clearer now. Just put us a comments there. But we have got one there. Has Asher got a package and car set yet over there? Already?
No, he hasn't. And I suppose the difficult thing is, if you've already got a car on offer, it's from someone who doesn't expect to make the world final. And generally speaking, the person who doesn't think he's going to make it probably doesn't have a very good car either. So it's not something that probably will be set in stone until almost a week before, 2 weeks before he gets over there. So yeah, no, he doesn't.
Okay. All right. No, cool. There's heaps going on there. Bertie Giltrap, it's good here in the Naki, so that's cool. Les. Ams is watching us at home, I'm guessing. I don't think he's down the south at the moment. Brian England, always good to have you on the show, Brian. Carl Carpenter, yep, we're all good, mate. We're hanging in there, enjoying the show. So for the you viewers who have just joined us, this is something new tonight that we're doing. Obviously, it's a Wednesday show. It's in the garage. But we're actually, Bookers, who's running all of this, is actually at the beach. He's in his camper. He's got Lexi sitting to his right-hand side. There's dog. Yeah, so this is something different we're doing. He's not at his house we would normally host the show from, but he's out at the beach. And so obviously just keep those updates and those comments in regards to anything that maybe we can enhance this show with the technical, whether it's sound and picture quality. But it seems to be going all right. Look at that. Charlie's actually watching, Euan. Charlie's actually watching from the UK. Hey, Charlie, how are you?
I'll tell you what, I think that Asher's driving style, Euan, is going to suit over there, because they talk about how when they drive over there, the hits are more from behind. They push people out. It's all push out of the way. And we've watched Asher drive when he gets spun from the back and put himself to the front by just smashing everything out of his way. So I think that I believe that his driving style is going to be a huge advantage over there, to be honest. I may be having too high expectations, but we'll wait and see anyway.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling that it'll either be it'll be one or two things. There won't be any average. There's not going to be a middle ground. It'll be at the front or he won't finish.
Yeah.
He'll give it everything he's got, and obviously it'll be up to them whether they want to let him finish, but I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But
Michael, just me, Michael, in the shed at the moment. Booker's in his camper at the beachside, mate. So might be back in the shed sometime. So we'll get to work that out. But, it's just good having you and on there talking about the build-up. Help one NZ Asher Rees get to the World Stock Car Finals. The Give a Little page been shared all over the social media. Remember the date, Saturday, August the 12th, 3 o'clock. Come down to Speedway Garage in Palmerston North. We're going to be doing another fundraiser there as well. We'll be going live from there. We'll do some auctioneering in-house at Speedway Garage, also online as well. There's so much on offer. We will catch you at Asher. He'll be joining us next Wednesday. And then, of course, we'll do the build-up. I think it'll be on the 9th of August. Put that in your calendar. A few days prior to, of course, the big event down there in Palmerston on the 12th of August. So make sure you jump on Facebook. Jump on the Give a Little page, like Euan said, even if it's $1, every little bit's going to help get this young man over to the World Stock Car Finals. Just do what you can and what you can afford. And like I say, we'll be generous or whatever you give, because it's all about recognising this young man who's been back-to-back at the New Zealand Superstock Champs and, of course, representing New Zealand over at the World Stock Car Finals as well. So jump on board. Euan, what else has been keeping you busy, mate?
Well, not too many. We're trying to get the team ready for next year. Obviously got new sponsors on board, so we've got new overalls, new livery, new signage. We've got a couple of new drivers coming to the club as well, which is good to see the class is still growing. The bars are keeping us busy, obviously. Good Speedway in Palmy, and Wanganui's going good. So, moving too. So I'm moving to Wanganui. So, we've got a couple of weeks. We pack the family up and head over that way. So I'll be doing the opposite drive. I've been driving from here to Wanganui for the last sort of 7 or 8 months. I'll be driving the other way for obviously for Brewers and Palmy. So,
I just had a thought, Euan. I think if Stefan Roygaard's going to be around with you, maybe get his All Black brother next to him and sign a couple of All Black stuff. And that the kids will love to meet an All Black, and it's a bit of a coup for the key club, eh?
We just got him to make a stamp before he went, so we can literally just punch it out and send it out signed. It's done. Minty made a bit of a Minty made a bit of a deal about the All Black brother at the prize giving. I thought it was quite funny because there's over 1,000 All Blacks, and it's 0.6% of whatever make an All Black. And when we brought Stefan up, we said, well, there's been less than 1,000 Kings drivers. He's obviously got his brother pipped, and I'm sure it's less than 0.5% to make the team. It's hard work for us. It's great news, obviously with Stefan having an All Black as a brother, but it's don't take anything away from old Stefan for what he does as well. He does a fantastic job in our team, and every year he's one of those guys. He's getting better and better and better. I think I'm pretty sure, I'm not talking out of school, he'll end up with a new car, a new Rees car this next season, which it'll see him just up a bit, I suppose, from where he has been. He's a real good talent.
Hey, you've got a drawing ready to be auctioned off from Maru Goodley. Maru does some amazing drawings, and thanks, Maru, for that. And like you say, the Asherathon might be the new name for what we're going to do. We'll see what happens, but thanks for the drawing, mate. Keep up the good work. You're going to bring Pete in?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you, mate. He's sitting there patiently listening to us gibble on, so we'll bring Pete in with us as well. Here he is. Hey, Peter.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, yours is nice and loud.
How are you? How are you, Pete?
Good, thanks.
Mate, you got this man next to you, Euan here, that's doing a bit of work for your young fella get over to the World Stock Car Finals. How good is that?
It's real good, actually. You need someone like that. I know when I went, we had a whole lot of people behind us and raised a lot of funds and that for that. So definitely need a man like Euan, and much appreciated. The more he does, the less I have to do, I suppose.
That's the idea.
You might be a bit busier by yourself, though, while he's over in England, Peter, or are you going to go with him?
Well, personally, I knew this was coming, and I was actually hoping it was he was going to pull the pin. But hey, I went for 6 weeks once, and I did it twice actually, 5 and 6 weeks. So it's just what it is, and I'll just have to put things in place. And no, I won't be going. we just really can't. You know, if I was going to go, we all would go, like Asher and Ethan and myself and probably Josh. So just not the year for us. So yeah, he's the one that can represent us probably the best. So he can bugger off for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Honestly, Pete, it's the flight. Honestly, yeah. You don't like the bloody flight. It's too bloody long.
Well, I flew to Christchurch for a conference on the weekend, and I got a one-way flight down, and it was actually a good flight. On the way back, I had to go through Auckland, and when I got to the airport after the conference, they said there's a chance I can change my ticket to a direct flight from Christchurch. So I took it. I had to wait in the airport for 2 hours, but when we hopped in the airplane, the pilot said, "Oh, she's a little bumpy coming into Palmy." And he was right. Oh, she was rough. It reminded me of those little planes, the hard work.
Yeah. Hey, Euan, just a question for you, Euan. Bernie's got a question there. Any plans for a fundraiser maybe in Wanganui for Asher? Anything?
Yeah, we've currently got his 1NZ gear there for sale, which all of that money goes to the fund. So, no. The fundraiser's online, I suppose, the upshot of it, and I'm hoping on the 12th we just finish off what he needs to make the best effort he can over there. So if we have one in Wanganui, it'll be because the one in Palmy didn't work well.
It'll work. Cockpit will be there, mate. It'll work fine. Hey, Pete, you're going to do us a couple of those cutouts, the Rees cutouts for that day to auction off as well, like we did and think, because they were pretty popular with the fans.
I ordered 80 sheets of alloy today, so how many do you want?
We have to ask Euan. He's the one doing the organising. Yeah. But they were popular. They were very popular. When we packaged those with Murray Goodley's pictures,
yeah, we'll do some of those.
They went off. They were very, very popular. I suppose you don't watch much on the Facebook of that, but we've had our online e-series going lately, and I asked Ethan to show you. I don't know if he did show you, but our man Dirt NZ rebuilt the new Rees chassis, 3 versions of the Rees chassis actually, because 3 different versions with 3 different real drivers, and we put it in the game. Have you seen any of that, mate?
No, I haven't, to be fair. It's not something I've actually chased online. If he really wants to, he can come and check out my new one. It's just about finished, and he can have the 4th version.
Well, here, I'll show you a little thing on the screen. I don't know if you see this, but here you go. There you go. Look at that. That's in the game.
That's a bit of kit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my car too. That's what Kinser drives with 10M on it. Our Cockpit media cars. That's not bad, eh, for an in-game?
It's a bit of kit, all right.
Got a Hartley engine in there too, Pete. Got a Hartley. Seriously. You want to see the flames come out? You want to see the flames come out the back when I drive it, mate? It's wicked.
You guys will get banned.
I tried the swing, but they wouldn't allow me to use it. No,
the fin, Kins. It's a fin.
Yeah, that's it. The fin.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So, what's how far are you on schedule for this season, Pete? With all the cars, or are you getting behind? I mean, you said to me on the phone today, what do you have, 20 or something, or?
Would there be any customers listening?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we're going well. It always bottlenecks at the end of the off season. We're trying something different this year. So the 24 cars are started as of today, and we'll seat fit. They get to seat fit stations, so we seat fit them. It's about day 2, and then from there on, we go by order. But some people's circumstances change.
Yeah.
So I'm relying on a little bit of that this year, to be fair. But at the end of the day, we are going well. And like I've had my weekend away in conference on last weekend. Up until Asher goes away, we'll be here for 7 days a week, trying to do our best. And I think we can do it. Engines that are coming online, parts are actually more available this year. When 10 radiators turned up today that I ordered last year for last season.
Oh, shit.
So, 10 gearboxes turned up last week that I ordered for last season, but we got by last year, so they're available this year. So yeah, I think without if I can touch on wood, I think we'll go close and we'll keep everyone pretty happy.
Well, I'll tell you who's happy. Brody James talking about Tyler James. Your car looks good. So he's got a good positive comment. Harley Rob. You seen Harley Rob's comments, books? He's cheeky. He's always cheeky.
How's Euan and Pete getting on with the new 991? What's that, a Rees of a Jag in it? A BMW, sorry, not a Jag.
Yeah, God,
991. Who's that number? 991.
991, yeah.
991. 991. Oh, Harley. Oh, bloody Harley, mate. Giving you guys some
Oh, haven't received the order. Sorry.
Hurry up, Harley. Order one.
Oh, yeah, people are also, well, we've got, yeah, I suppose it probably hasn't even been on the table yet, but have you hooked in any dates yet for your Rees tour, mate?
Oh, I haven't announced it yet, but bad news. Did conference after talking to the second promoter down there out of the 7, basically realised we can't get dates. We kind of did it reverse. We waited till all of their dates were out and then we tried to squeeze in. But basically, no, they can't. Christchurch has got 6 championships this year and he's struggling for dates. So what we're going to do is in the next 2 weeks, sit down, do the dates for the season after this one and cement them in. And then I'm going to nicely ask Speedway New Zealand to work around that for championships. And hopefully we can pull it off in 24, 25.
Oh, there you go, Kins. That'll be a
So
relief for you now, mate.
What was that? Sorry?
What was that, Pete? Sorry,
What was
I
that?
didn't
Sorry.
you.
I was going to Facebook that as soon as I had time since conference, but so there you go. Just been announced. So.
There you go, an exclusive. Oh, I'm a little. I've got to say, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was really looking forward to that actually in the camper. So I might have to make some other plans and go to a few more championship tracks in this year, Kins. I might have to do a few more big meetings. Are we going to have a big Rees meeting at the Gisborne this season? I didn't see anything on the
funny
calendar.
that I was asked that tonight on the radio show. We're going to have a big meeting, but I don't know. I can't give away a chassis every year, sort of thing. So we might do a fun, a money meeting, something to entice competitors over to Gisborne because we need them over there, and it's exciting once they get there. And let's hope, fingers crossed, those roads stay a bit easier to access this year.
Well, we just had, oh mate, but we just had another huge week and a half of it, 2 weeks of it here in Hawke's Bay. So it wasn't much different in Gisborne as well, I would imagine. So we really do need that rain to bugger off and dry it out a bit for all involved in this area and Gisborne area. So hopefully it comes right. That's for sure. But Euan, what about the advancement of your motors? How's that come along? Are you happy where it's at the moment, or are you?
Yeah. We haven't really done a whole lot more. We need to get on to just a manifold, I suppose, and tweaking the exhaust system. But the second motor was on the cards, but it's all about finance, I suppose. And I've got to get one of those bloody awesome cars to put it in, which I might just have to sneak through this next season with and do the second one at the end or through the season rather than trying to put pressure on myself to get it done before the season starts. But yeah, because the idea was to have Mitch and Gav both with BMWs this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. You know what I'm like. I might change my mind in the morning and get it done. But at this stage, there's not a lot of desire. Pete's building a couple of them, so I'll sit back and see how they go and see if I can go and give him a few beers and steal some knowledge from him before I build my second one.
So we're going to go, you're saying exhaust, so is that going to be an 8-into-1 exhaust with big flames as well? Because that'll make me and Kins have to probably go there and change things, won't we, Kins? We will get too excited. We see that out of another bloody car.
No, we love it.
Yeah, no. My chassis builder won't allow it, so we just stick with the traditional exhaust system on the BMW at the moment.
Oh, stick with what you got, mate. Troy Roscoe is happy to hear about in regards to South Island Extra Time to Save. Carl Munro, if you just joined, Pete just made the announcement. You're going to have to hold up to 24-25, mate. That's when the details will come out there. And Pete's going on bummer about the tour. Was looking forward to, well, a lot of things, obviously, keep people busy, and a lot of dates kind of don't kind of work out. So 24-25. So there you go. A bit more time to save, a bit more money for those who want to head down and join Booker on the journey as well. Hey, Books, you were hanging out to go down there in March.
Mate, and you were going to come, but you weren't sure because your wife's got to go do ride a Harley across America. So now you'll be able to make that one too, mate.
Yeah, I can do that now and still do Hawaii and get back in, still come down to bloody South Island. That's what's the problem. They pay us councillors too good, mate. Oh, look, Gav's watching. Euan.
Oh, sorry.
Gav Tundifa's watching, mate. Says hello.
Oh, yeah. So what we're talking about tonight, people, you just tuned in, is the main thing is we're going to get behind Euan, who's helping Asher achieve the dream of driving in England, doing the Brisker World Final. So that date is the 12th of August, was it 12th?
12th of August.
12th of August at Speedway Garage. If you cannot make it there, you can get it live right here at Kokpit Media. We'll be live. It'll be like a telethon, or they've been putting up there Asherathon, all the fans. You can tune in and bid on things to buy. We're talking with Euan earlier. Maybe you can pay donations for challenges, maybe arm wrestle or something, or run around the car park against each other or something. I don't know. But it doesn't matter if it's 50 cents, $1 or $20 or $100. Every single penny counts. So let's get behind it as a great Speedway community we are, and support this and get this young kid over there racing, because I think between, like you say, between him and Mitch, I think those two as a pair will make things happen.
Yeah.
Hey, we're thinking about that too, because we actually spoke with a couple of young guys that went over and represented today. We had Keegan on the show, Ethan on the show, and even Randy is one of our 3 guests representing New Zealand a little while back, Books, and I think they enjoyed themselves. Something different. Pete would know all about this. He spent weeks over there when he was racing over there, and yeah, it's an experience, I would guess. Charlie covered it off. Charlie actually likes the camaraderie of New Zealand Speedway from memory compared to over there. When you do it on the track of shit, it's a fan, and it gets real ugly in the pits. But over here, you're going to have a beer, shake your hand, and you just carry on.
Yeah, he couldn't believe it, could he? We were talking to Charlie Swarter here a few weeks back, and he said he couldn't believe it. He had, Asher and Jaden smashing the shit out of him on the track. Then afterwards, they're buying him a beer, So he thinks fantastic how the Kiwis race, and it's all left on the track. And I suppose that's a real thing with our Speedway over here, isn't it? And the way it's not always left on the track, obviously, but most of the time it is, isn't it? And that'd be what sort of drives you, but I suppose as well, you're seeing that sort of thing on the track and the drivers that makes you want to be involved more in the sport.
The sport's moved on a lot in the last 5 or 6 years, especially, and you got it's a lot more professional. I suppose it's easier to get sponsors. That sponsors used to be a little bit scared of Speedway, and some of the antics that some of the guys at the top end used to get up to, it was always a little bit risky to go and grab them a sponsor and try and help them along. But now, you look at guys, again, our guys, I can only speak on behalf of our guys because I know what they get up to, but a couple of years since Mitch has had a drink and got up to any mischief. Ash is a whole different person the last couple of years. They're all pretty well behaved and really serious about their racing, and understand that if they're getting some finance or some help from other people, they're representing them, and they do it well. They're pretty humble, pretty good guys. Get on with it. It's good.
Yeah, it is good. Pete, you remember this, Peter Huntley, Andrew Dredden just reminded you the mystery box. The mystery box, Pete? Remember that bloody thing at Huntley, Bloody thing,
How could I forget? And then I left it up there. I forgot it. Just while we've been sitting here, we've had 2 people donate a whole lot of money to Asher's Giver page. Steve McCaffrey $1,000, and Thomas Slater, $1,000
Oh, wow.
from Pollux.
Thanks, guys.
That's awesome.
There we go.
Real good.
See, we'll do it again.
I should say hi to Thomas again because he'll be watching. So thanks,
Yeah,
Thomas.
Yeah, thank you,
he
Thomas.
is. Yeah, there we go.
We
Couple
might
of
better
good,
do another mystery
gentlemen.
box, but it might be a better one this time, though. It might. You never know. That's why it's called a mystery box, eh?
There's been a few guys offer their cars up for drives for raffles and bits and pieces, which is pretty cool too. So
Yeah.
I've just got to work out the ins and outs before I sort of organise that to make sure we can get a track to make it happen on. But it's pretty good.
Yeah, we can help you out there, Euan. You've got to be real careful with that. I sold a couple of rides and ended up destroying an engine on one of them. Wasn't the guy's fault. So when we do that, you just got to be real careful and do that tidy.
Yeah. Well, the horse has got one of them. He wants to bring the tank down and let someone. He didn't say wreck it, but we'll just say on behalf of him.
I'll tell you what, I might be a starter for putting a big bid in for that one. You know.
Yeah.
I've been a horse fan with that tank for many a moons, Akins, and it's. That might be me. I might have to put some money. I might have to use my Rees Tour trip money to bid on that one, Pete.
Yeah. We'll have the BMW there so someone can pay the money. Probably Pete will want to do that and feel the power of the Beamer. Hey guys, I'm going to have to leave you with Pete. Most people want to hear what he's up to, so I'm going to get going if that's okay.
Yep,
Sweet as Euan.
Yeah,
we'll keep in touch about everything, and we'll knuckle everything down over the next couple of weeks, mate.
Yeah, and thanks very much, everyone. Everyone out there, remember the Give a Little page. It's not about how much, it's how many times. So $2, $5, $10, whatever you got. And the messages, we want to get a whole lot of messages on there for him because it'll be up when he's over there as well. We can go through and read them, and when he gets homesick and misses his dad, he can hop on there and he'll understand why he's there. And I'm sure he'll get the support of the whole country behind him.
We might even try and go live with him over there too, to the country support him. So, yeah. Thank you, Euan.
Yeah,
We appreciate you coming on to join us, and we'll keep in touch
mate.
and let all the fans know as it happens, and we'll keep everybody informed.
Good on. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Cheers,
Thanks,
mate.
Euan.
Well, the support that's being shown, Pete's pretty good, isn't it, for your boy? I mean, it must be quite humbling for yourself seeing that he has got quite a good fan base that follows him and wants to support him, mate.
Yeah, and then like Euan said, it goes with his nature. He's just that sort of guy, likeable. So, they're giving him a little back to him. And I hope he does well over there.
Yeah. He's got a good following. Look, Brett's most likely put in a comment here from Huntley. The Wings brought in some good coins, so we might have to try and work something out there, Brett, because the Wings are actually auctioned off on that Friday. Then the recipients who gave generously in regards to money were able to pick it up on the Saturday after the teams race. It didn't matter what condition they're in, so we might have to try and work something out. Wayne Alton, yeah, mate, I am going to take my red bands over to the States and Hawaii and bit of New Zealand culture, so yeah, mate. To my wife's discuss, but
and before the Pollux teams this year too, the Friday night will be auction night again, like last year, so people know as well. So that's in November? No,
November. Yeah,
November.
Yeah,
so
November.
In November
17.
myself and Marina will be back down there again on the Friday night with Thomas and the boys at Pollux and do for their big teams event. So the Friday night again, we'll do another charity auction too for a good cause. We haven't decided on the cause yet, but we'll let people know. But first and foremost, we'll concentrate on the 12th of next month at Speedway Garage for Asher's drive to get over there.
Yeah. So the date that in regards to Huntley, just that one, put these in your calendar. 17th is the Friday. That will be the auction night. Their actual racing night is on the 18th of November. So those are the two dates to put down. But like you said, concentrate on the 12th of August. Brian England. Brian, true legend here, mate. Brian England will put my pension in, $600 to the Give a Little page. Where do I send it to? Well, we'll share you the link later on, Brian. I'll give you
If
the
you look
information
on our
there.
page, actually, Brian, you look on our page, there's a post there about the Give a Little page. You just click on that post and it'll take you straight to the Give a Little page, and you can just follow it there and you're away. So we have actually got the link on our page. So if you just scroll down our Facebook page there a bit, you'll see the link, big picture of Asher, 1NZ, and there's a link on that. Click on that, it'll take you straight to his Give a Little page. I have got a ticker tape to go, but if I put it on there, it's a bit much to read, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's you can't really do it. So easier if we just leave that link up. I'll make that link I'll pin that post, Kins. Actually, I'll pin that post at the top of our page so people can always find it and click straight into it. So yeah.
So there we go, Brian. So I like what your other challenge, Brian, you've said. Challenge all other pensioners either to do the same. So there you go. Bit of a challenge from Brian there. He's opted to put up his pension to help out young Asher to get over to the 2023 Briscoe F1 Championship. Car looks good. Yeah, everything's all good. Real cutouts. Yeah, the real cutouts in the drawing draws a lot of money in. Heaps of good questions. Sean Kingy, I'm hyped for a good season. We've had enough of the half seasons, boys? Yeah, you're right, Kingy. The wet weather's buggered up the bloody season, so let's hope the weather doesn't affect this upcoming season and we get a bloody good season. Plenty going on. Pete, the season, when I think about it, mate, what are we in? Nearly halfway through bloody July, August, September, October, November, be here before you know it, mate. Bloody hell, where's that gone?
Hasn't been that quick in here, like 7 days a week. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Kind of tonight, even it was still light at 6 o'clock, out here. So it's kind of getting longer already in the days. Yeah, so I know we've got to keep our mind on the job and just work hard.
Yeah, it's been nice out here at the beach. I've been hard work actually, waking up to those sunrises and actually doing.
Jealous, say, look at this fella. While you're in your shed working 7 days a week, this fella's lapping it up at the bloody beach.
Hey, but let us know, people, how the string's been tonight. If it's gone without a hitch. I see a few things it's telling me on the stream, but I don't think it's affected you guys at your end watching. So hopefully this bloody Starlink satellite's the duck's nuts, I think, for doing this, actually.
Yeah, seems like it's working fine, mate. Palmy Superstock teams, we have a few things being worked on for Asher's fundraiser, as well as a check from the limited edition vintage t-shirt fundraiser. Their check will be presented by our of the auction winners on the night. So okay, all right, so it'll be presented on the night of the auction night. So cheers for that. P Knuckles watching, Mike's watching the show as well. The show that we've dedicated to, of course, helping young Asher 1NZ get out to the World Stock Car Finals. To give a little page, like Booker said, it's going to be pinned to the top of our Kokpit media page. So everything is all there. Winners the champs over there. We did say that earlier in the UK, so we'll get those details up on the page as well. Pete, mate. Well, that's wrapped up the show just about pretty soon. We only got a few more minutes to go, dare I say, but just keeping yourself busy. Bring on the teams the racing next season, mate, and the development with the young Gisborne team, eh?
Yeah, well, we unfortunately missed out the prize giving this year at Gisborne because once again the weather. So we never got a chance to catch up and have a debrief. But we've had Jeff James down here who's taken over the reins of that team. Tyler's getting a new car, so we had to catch up with him, and they're all excited and coming to Gisborne again next year. And pretty sure Gisborne are going to do a bit of a fundraiser for Asher as well. Trevor Malili's leading that, so we'll get into that. And Sam Shoes and I myself went to conference on the weekend, and I think we had a good weekend, especially for the competitor. The rules kind of went the competitor's way more than the the working safe way sort of thing, or the board's way. So I personally think it was a good conference, and I didn't stay for the awards, so I don't know how they went. I got back and kept on working on Sunday, but we've kind of got a half a plan. Whether we can pull it off or not is cross fingers.
Yeah, mate.
So you've made a new version, have you? You made some new changes to the new chassis, mate.
Oh, to look at, it's just the same. Although it hasn't got the standard roll cage on, we normally do a generic roll cage. It's kind of got one to fit me, which is a short one because I've got longer legs. Asher dubs it as the old man's car. Well, literally it is, but an old man's car because it's built lighter and softer. Hopefully, if I have the big hit, the car will bend and we'll fix the car and I'll go and have another big hit the week after, sort of thing. It's just an option we're offering customers, keep them in the sport because of the 20, 25 years I've seen racing, we're all going away from that car that lasts that big hit but damages the driver. So hopefully, it'll be a fast car like they have been lately, but this might look after my racing a bit longer.
So are you implementing that new duct tape protection on the side there? We saw it right around. It was quite looked like it done the job.
Yeah, that was just a over energetic Facebook gentleman, you might as well say. There's a little bit of banter. The cars are legal to the rule book. Yeah. If they're not, they'll get changed. But I haven't actually changed that. To be fair, I've changed a little bit. It's a little bit higher, but it's still open. I still got to get out in there if I need to. The roll cages are longer. There's just a small changes. It's still on my jig. It still looks the same, but yeah, like I say, it's got some crumple zones, so I can walk out of the big crash hopefully.
Well, you talk about that, but if you look at big race cars around the world, they're all designed to crumble around that cockpit of the driver, so that it doesn't take the impact, does it? So I mean, it makes sense to me doing it that way.
Well, simply, if you watch a derby race, and in a derby race, you see the big buffet. There's always one or two, and the car shortens up by half, and you think, how does that driver survive that? But they normally climb out the window with a big smile on their face. It's not going to happen in these because it's not built weak, but it's the same sort of thing that I want.
Yeah,
and just an option for. Shit, I'm told every day I'm an old man now. Those pilot guys are just about to celebrate their 40th, and I'm over 50, and either they're lying to me or I'm old. so you gotta look at that, and you got to protect yourself for that. I mean, I know there's a few old people in the sport. Nartai's he's one of them. He'll be thinking sometimes, and he doesn't need a big hit, so. He's one, and there's probably an opportunity for this sort of car if it works.
Yeah, Pete. Hey,
I'm keeping my car just in case.
Yeah, mate. You got to look after yourself, and it's all about safety these days, especially with the way things are working around work. So, can you ask Pete what he thinks about the amount of superstock cars Wanganui are getting at the moment? Seems to be getting a big list there as well. Of course, we had Euan talking about Wanganui and the big Warriors teams race against a couple of Warrior legends, maybe second or third week into the opening season. But what do you think, mate? They seem to be growing in numbers, which is good to see.
Oh, it's fantastic, and it's good for me. I mean, we're building 6 new cars that are going to Wanganui, and some of those are new drivers over there. Probably 2 or 3 new drivers. Yeah, that place is growing, and in favour of them, their geographic location helps them, whereas we struggle over there in Gisborne. But I believe we're similar numbers, both little tracks. So what we're doing, travelling around, and that is actually really helping the sport and those little clubs. So yeah, good on Wanganui, and it's definitely helping me.
Are you gonna try and make a few extra meetings to Miani before the New Zealand's this year? They tell us the other week we had on Buckrow, and he reckons that they're gonna try put on a few extra meetings for the superstocks, or superstocks are gonna be run every meeting to help those that want to come through and spin some laps. Or you pretty much got it right now for doing it so long, you don't really need to go over there and spin an extra few laps. Or
to be fair, without going into it, the past promoter was hard work, so we just stayed away from the place, and that's how we operate. James, when word was that they were taking over the promotion club run again, I think I was one of the first. He called in, hell, it's halfway to Gisborne. So why wouldn't we? And then we can get those guys to work with us and have teams race there and away. And yeah, I mean, we believe it or not, we plan on doing their opening night, and it's not to get practice for New Zealand. It's because we got asked to, and we've started a relationship with the new club.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
I
good
mean-
to hear. Because we all know I support my Hawke's Bay pretty proudly, and yeah, I think it's going to be some big things for them this year, and I hope the club run works really well. And it's good to see. I knew you guys didn't come over there for that for a while. That's why I was sort of asking that if the Rees cars would come back, and because I think opening night last year there, you couldn't get a spare seat in the house.
Yeah, that's why we didn't go. No, no. I mean, it's perfect for us. We'll go there on Sunday, the week after their opening nights, our opening night. So hopefully, a couple of those guys will trek up the road 3 hours and come and join our opening night. And you know, we're going to go to Wanganui's opening night because they support us, and it's a bit of a give and take thing. And yeah, I mean, James Buckle asked us to go over, so let's go.
Awesome. So that'll be all of you.
Awesome,
That's the whole all the Rees cars plus oh,
Yeah, the mind blank.
yeah, it did go mind blank. I should just call Pete's other son. Apprentice. There we go. Josh.
Oh, hey, I can't speak for all of them. I mean, I still haven't seen Ethan out here since Huntley, so how long ago was that? So
Oh, bloody slack. He's loving dad life though, isn't he, by looking at his posts on Facebook?
Oh, I think he's loving life, actually. We did a sponsors out at the garage bar a couple of weeks ago, and he was up there and he was on form, and I stuck to my raspberry and coke because I had to drive home. But yeah, I'd like to think we all go over there and stick together. Wanganui, Hawke's Bay, opening night in Gisborne. But yeah, Josh has been real busy. He was here on Saturday actually, but I was down in Christchurch, so we haven't crossed paths since Huntley either. Josh and myself. So
Oh, okay. So what
Everyone's
about
busy, eh?
when we do the auction at the Pollocks up there on the Friday? Are we going to see all the Gisborne guys there again on the Friday night, do you think?
well, to be fair, it wouldn't be an auction without us here,
Well,
would
that's
it?
right, mate. Life of the party, eh? You know?
Oh.
And I got another mystery box I need to
Oh.
auction off, so.
Hey, and talking to Red on the weekend, both teams have been invited to Huntley again this year, and it's earlier this year. So I dare say you'll see us all up there on the Friday night.
Awesome.
Most of us enjoying it like we did last time,
Oh,
and
it was a
hopefully we
great
can
night.
raise money.
Great night. I was
it was a
actually
brilliant
surprised
night.
that the Gisborne team didn't look a bit seedy the next day. You guys looked quite chipper, considering.
We had a meeting, and no matter how we felt, we had to smile because we were a bit seedy, to be fair.
Yeah. You had a fair bit going on that night, mate. Hey, Pete, thanks for joining us. We'll see you actually on the 12th of August at Speedway Garage, no doubt, with your young fella. And yeah, we know you're a busy man, 7 days a week. Thank you for taking a few minutes out to join us tonight. And yeah, we'll catch up again sometime soon, mate.
No, all good, I think. It was all good.
Thanks, Pete.
Cheers, Pete.
Okay. Well, we'll carry the
Thank you.
on. There we go. So I hope that stream worked good for everybody tonight. Thank you all that tuned in and for tonight's club night, garage shed night. God, I'm getting all. Don't forget, Sunday is another round of our Capital RC Superstock Series. Live stream brought to you by Pop's Online Parts Store. And our New Zealand's will be brought to you by FCS Limited. And we're not far away from our special Wellington meeting, which will be in remembrance of our mate Richie, MMJ. And I will be racing that one. So the cameras will be on auto camera for that one. But yeah. What else can we say, Kins? The 12th of August, come and see us. Come join us. Join us at the Speedway Garage. Or if you can't join us online. Have your cash ready. Have your bids ready. And join the fun, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have fun there like we did at Huntley not that long ago. And once again, as we started the show off earlier, Book is live at the beach in his camper. And this is a whole new show that we're bringing to you live or sight from where we would normally do it. But also just a congrats going out to all those worthy recipients from the Saturday Night New Zealand Speedway Awards as well. So, yeah, everyone's relaxed. Thanks for the wonderful comments. It's always good to have people like yourself join us on the show with the comments. That's what makes it awesome. Thanks for the feedback in regards to how the stream's been going. Beach night there as well. State of Origin tonight. So what's your Origin? All Blacks at Go Media Stadium, Mount Smart on Saturday up against the Springboks. Yep. Kingy DK, MMJ. So a special trophy. Beautiful carved tonga that's been donated. And looking forward to doing that in a few weeks' time. But otherwise, everyone's out there. Take care. Good to catch up with Euan earlier on, Euan Means, to follow us in on the details. We'll have Asher on the show with us next Wednesday. And of course, yeah. New show name.
There's my helper. There she is.
There you go.
Fast
asleep.
Say hello.
Oh,
hello to the fans.
Lexi, do a dog fart, Lexi. Go on, do a fart.
Hello, fans, eh? Hey, there's my sidekick.
New show at the beach with books. There we go. Should auction to shave that epic beardkins. What do you reckon?
Couple of grand. Hey, I tell you what, Wayne, I think that he need more than that because I think his missus might kill him.
Yeah, she will. She will. Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Take care and enjoy your Wednesday. Look after yourselves and don't get to the live stream of the Capital RC E-Series on Sunday, 8:15 build-up, and we're back next week as well. So enjoy yourself. See you later.
Thanks, team.
Welcome along, everyone. What was it like, that experience, jumping into your first race?
It's been my life ever since I can remember.
Look, it really was unbelievable.
I think it's awesome.
Just go out there and give it your every time. And
When you're young and you're getting your old man super stock and you wreck it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Craig Booker with the big smile. He is the voice that's behind what you get to hear every Sunday night.
Give it the hoot, Nanny. Look at that field. Doesn't it look fantastic?